Welcome to Cooking with Chef Tuan, and today we are going to be making one of my absolute favorites, red beans and rice with andouille sausage and smoked ham hocks. This dish is to die for. Let's get started. You're gonna have to soak your beans overnight. I have all the ingredients listed in the description box down below. So after 24 hours of soaking, your beans will be nice and plump and ready to go. As you can see right here, they've absorbed so much water, they're twice as plump, and they're softer. It's to this point where you can break them in half if you wanted to. Now, some people say that if you put a little bit of baking soda in the water when you soak them, it won't make you produce as much gas when you eat them, but who knows. The holy trinity right here, celery, bell peppers, and onions, that is a must in all Cajun cooking. And here is about a pound of andouille sausage. And the most important thing is to cut them up all the same size so they cook all the same time. Now, if andouille sausage is not available to you, any kind of smoked pork sausage will do in a pinch. Look at the size of this ham hock. Normally what I find, it's about half the size of this, but I ain't mad at it. Use what you got, right? In a high pan, I'm putting in my andouille sausage, and what I want to do is I want to start to caramelize the meat and render out all the delicious fat that's in it. And then with that, add in your trinity. You want to saute this and sweat them and get them nice and translucent. You don't want to caramelize them and add any color. The aromas coming off of this part by itself is enough to go ahead and make this dish. We're going to add all of our herbs and spices, some bay leaf, cayenne, some dried thyme, black pepper, and you just want to stir this in and make sure all the things get heated through to bring out all the oils. Add in your ham hock, your soaked beans, and enough water to coat this. And all you want to do now is bring it up to a simmer, put a lid on it, and let it go for 1 hour. And after an hour, we're going to check on it. This is when the hardest part of this dish begins, the waiting, right? So after an hour, you want to stir it to make sure that nothing is stuck on the bottom, because the last thing you want is something to burn on the bottom and just ruin the entire pot. Now, after hour number 2, you can see that the liquid has gone down a little bit. You want to stir it again to make sure that nothing's on the bottom. The ham hock is starting to get soft, but it is nowhere near what we actually really want. And now look at this. After hour number 3, look how easy this bone comes out. And talk about falling off the bone tender. That doesn't get any better than that right there. And here is a good time to season it. I needed a little bit more salt. And the thing with seasoning is you want to do it more towards the end. Because if you season everything at the beginning and when things start to reduce, you have a higher risk of things being over salted or over seasoned in the unpleasant way. And then here, I like to turn off the heat, put the lid on for another hour just to let everything meld together, and then this is what you get at the end. Look at how thick and creamy the stew is, and the beans are nice and soft and tender. The meat, we all know, it already fell off the bone. Look at how gorgeous this is. The only thing we have to do now is to plate, and traditionally this is served with white rice, and me being Vietnamese, I love broken rice. The mouthfeel and the texture of broken rice is something that is to be desired. Simple garnish of thinly sliced scallions, and that's it. Bring it to the table, and man, look at this. The andouille sausage, that super tender ham hock, this perfectly cooked fluffy broken rice, the scallions on top. Man, everyone says, I wish you could smell this, but seriously, I wish you guys could smell this. And the taste, oh, the smoky sausage, the smoky ham hock, the saltiness, the soft beans. You know what? A little bit of hot sauce doesn't ever hurt anybody. So here we go. Look at this. Let's try it with some hot sauce. Boom. Delicious. The vinegar of the hot sauce cuts through the rich fattiness of the stew and all the meat. Guys, you have to try this dish. If you've never had it, do yourself a favor and try it. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Peace.